Alright, everybody. Sorry about that. We experienced some technical difficulties and
3 streams in a row. 3 streams in a row.
Hey,
we
listen,
had technical difficulties.
but that's okay, because what it means is we're iterating, right? I mean, we're doing new things. That makes, with that comes problems sometimes, right? We've got that resolved now. It looks like we're doing much better, I think.
Nothing was going right. Of course. Why would things go right? I think he's trying to watch it to see how it's going, but I don't know. Well, as you can see, new things in the overlay. We have some social medias down there. We need to add in Blue Sky. But yes, we do have a Discord server. I'm going to have to be reminded again to log out of Discord on my iPad and log into the Storms and Stories Discord, because Discord still doesn't want to give us Switch accounts on mobile yet.
Just so you know, we're seeing 1 second or two, probably 2 seconds earlier than they are. That's a normal delay that is built in for some reason.
Okay.
So that's just for you to know. And the question I had is, I've seen these customized, these Discord server links. Do you know how to do that?
Nope, but I will put it on the to-do list real quick of things we need to do for this.
Sweet.
Told y'all, we're learning. We're learning. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I think, so you guys probably didn't hear this because it wasn't going well. But one of the things, we just finished up reading Carmilla the last time, and talking about it. We rated it on Goodreads as a 4 out of 5 stars, 4 out of 5 storm clouds, as we like to say. And when we decide we want to keep something, when we decide we want to keep a book, we're going to use our fancy embossers, and we're going to emboss the book and say it's ours to keep, right?
Yes, and the other thing about that is, in the future, we plan to donate the books that we don't want to keep. I'd rather them be a donation and go out to people who need books and want books, instead of, a used bookseller.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for that. Carmilla, however, will not be going anywhere. We are embossing our copies today because I truly love this book. It was such an excellent read. Sad it's over, but excited to start another book.
Yeah, and just talking about embossing. Generally, we want to emboss in the final episode of the book that we've read, right? When we're talking about the overall, go ahead and do our ratings and then go ahead and emboss.
Yep.
I unfortunately did not receive my embosser in time to do that. That's why part of this episode is talking about embossing and doing the embossing.
And dang, I had my embosser before you even asked me to do this.
Yeah, well, we can't all be nerds like you.
Look, my wife loves me and knows me very well and bought me a dope embosser. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess without further ado, we're going to emboss.
Yeah.
We're going to use our fancy embossers.
I like that I have just this... Oh no, don't pick it up like that. That was scary. Just this very blank page that says Carmilla, and that's all that's on it. I think that is the perfect place to emboss. I also feel like, yep, I did. I tore a little bit of the glue on the spine.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
I also have a really nice...
I'm waiting.
Just Carmilla, except mine's got a box around it.
Oh, and yours has really the fancy text.
Yeah.
I like that mine doesn't have the super fancy text like that, because I love fancy text. You know that, 'cause, the cover is fancy text. But I like just the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
It's not trying too hard. Are we ready?
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna.
And I don't need to squeeze down, just a little press, right?
Yeah. Well, yours you have to press a little bit less hard than I do. I have to press a little bit harder in order to get it to do it, because mine's not metal. Oh. Maybe a little less gentle.
Yep, a little less gentle. Different spot. I'll just go right over it. Oh well. Oh, I didn't wait to hear the little click noise.
So yours turned out. Maybe I didn't do mine quite as hard as I should have.
You'll hear like a slight click when you do it.
Huh, I was afraid.
Just listen. That should have been.
I didn't hear a click, but we got it nonetheless.
I'll grab a sheet of paper later and show you.
But you're not going to be able to see this because it's clear, or it's white still, but there's some ridges there. I'll have to get a piece of paper.
Let me...
Oh, yours came out way better. That's okay. You live and you learn.
Yep. Wow. We did the thing, huh?
We did something. It's to be determined if it's the thing.
Well, I meant the thing, like, we started this little podcast live stream and pushed all the way through.
Yeah.
Read a whole book. Now we're about to decide to do another, because I think we're just going to keep doing this until the day we go, you know what?
Tired of
I'm
it.
kind of bored of this now, which I don't think is a...
It's going to be a while because there's so many good books out there.
Well, that, and we were talking after, I don't know if it was the last stream or the stream before, we were talking about like hanging out and having time to hang out and stuff. And that's one of the things we like about doing this, because at the end of the day, it's just he and I hanging out, yapping.
Yeah.
Which is what we do anyway.
Exactly. Welcome, Lotus Dye, to the stream. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I think the next big piece, right? It's going to be a little bit smaller stream than usual, but we're going to kind of talk about the books we're looking at for next time.
Sorry, he did like a whole new software, so I'm relearning how to look at the screens and seeing the information I want to see. Did you have to open another window to see users in chat?
I did. I had to click on the users in chat button.
Oh. Dang. Well, welcome.
Yeah, we're learning things and we're doing things, but I guess the other half of the episode that we have for tonight is to decide what we're going to read next.
Yes. I'm going to touch on this a little bit.
Sure.
In the future, the plan is for members of the book club that join the book club via our social medias, coming to this, or just listening to it like a podcast. We'll have you guys vote and pick the next book. But Brittany actually had a brilliant idea.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, she said, we can throw in a choice each, then the viewers throw in the rest of the choices, and we still let fate decide.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm not against that by any means. I mean, this time we had one of our followers.
Was it not Lorenzo?
It was Lorenzo.
Yeah, Lorenzo suggested The Mist by Stephen King.
Yeah, that's on the list.
I have not read that.
I've also never read The Mist.
I will give you a fun fact about The Mist, though.
Okay.
So the movie is actually quite good. The movie with Tom Jane.
Yeah.
And the ending is quite different from the book. And if I'm not mistaken, which I could be, Stephen King said that the end of the movie was better than what he had written for the original ending.
For streamers.
Every technical difficulty that we could possibly have.
What are you seeing? Bobicus?
You know, now I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and see what I see. Let me go to my Twitch app. Oh no.
Are we frozen again?
No, I don't know yet. I was just saying oh no in general.
Huh. Uncross your eyes.
Oh, it's an old Simpsons show.
No. Listen.
We got.
We got.
Dang, I haven't watched The Simpsons in a long time. Oh, man.
Well, Lotus Dye got it.
I'm gonna have to start rewatching The Simpsons.
Oh, no.
You know, it's actually kind of funnier because we're both wearing Jujutsu Kaisen hats as well.
Which part of this is funny because of that?
Because they're seeing double because Homer is in clown college and Krusty is a clown.
Yeah.
And Homer is now dressed like a clown, and the mob is like...
I get what he said.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with Jujutsu Kaisen?
I was saying it's funny because we're both wearing the Gojo Gato hats, so like, seeing the...
Oh, okay.
Jeez, man. Jeez.
So something I don't like right now about our chat box is that it's a little squishy.
Yeah, no, I like you having the chat box there on the side where it's still big and I can see it.
Yeah, I don't know. Do viewers like having the chat up on the screen? I don't know. I've seen people do it. I've seen people not do it. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Okay. So, Lotus, Babacus, if you've never tuned in before, we don't know what we're doing. This is our, 7th stream? Just how much of a delay there might be one tonight.
No, I think there's a 2-second delay before chat goes out.
Okay. Not much of one. You fixed it. I'm gonna give you the credit where it's due. You fixed the problem we were having.
Yeah, we were having some really bad latency issues.
Really bad.
More watchable. Oh, that's the thing. That's the reason why I wanted to have it, was for VODs and for post streams.
What's a VOD?
Video on demand.
Oh.
Okay. That's another thing that I have to figure out with Twitch, is how to make our VODs stay up. Maybe we have to be a certain level of affiliate or something. Yeah, we're gonna read something.
Yeah, we just finished our first book, which was Carmilla by J. Sheridan LaFanu.
It's a classic kind of literature that predated Dracula by about 20 to 30 years.
By about 30. I think it was 27 years.
Yeah.
So the thing is we're starting a virtual book club. That's the idea behind this. And if people read along with us, that's great. So then every time they tune in, they can discuss the chapters that we've all read that week. Carmilla was our first one. After every book, we'll rate it on Storms and Stories Goodreads, and we'll each rate it. And the way we figure out the rating for Storms and Stories is we'll take the median of his rating and my rating. So we gave Carmilla a 4 out of 5. And we call it Storm Clouds, not Stars, because we're sticking to the brand that we're coming up with.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's very interesting, actually.
Our first
Subscriber.
Well, yeah, our first follower.
Yep.
Writes on Wattpad. We had an entire stream dedicated to kind of post-reading her currently available stuff.
Yep. We read all of her stories. We gave praises and criticisms. It was actually a very fun episode doing that.
It was a lot of fun, and in fact, we like to read whatever we can get our hands on generally, right?
We have a lot of books. Yeah, I got 2 bookshelves in the guest room, 2 full bookshelves in the bedroom. We've got, I'm not sure how many books in the room with all the plants that the cats can't touch. Yeah, so if you want us to read it, we'll read it.
Yeah, send it on over.
If you want us to talk about it live after we're done, we will.
Yeah, you can pop it into the Discord. You can see the Discord on the screen.
Hold on, if you're saying Discord, let me grab my iPad's right there. I can fix this problem of not having Discord unless I'm on my computer right now. That way I can't forget to do it again.
Also, I'll tell you this, Babacus. We can be critical of writing style, but what we really focus on here is the content, right? We really focus on content and kind of how the story feels, what it sounds like. Is it interesting to us? Neither of us are English majors, writer majors, but we have done some writing.
Oh, I gotta pull up all the login info. Luckily, that's easy to do because I already opened up Google Drive.
Yeah.
On my phone for this today.
Well, Jeff, do you want me to go ahead and pull up the Wheel of Doom and see what we end up with, or get started on that?
Yeah, you can start talking about the books for the Wheel of Doom tonight, if you would like.
Where to put links? Your best bet is Discord. It's on the screen. I'll drop the link here too. And this is our Discord server, but I'll also put what our Discord name is, which is pretty simple to find. It's Storms and Stories. Jeff, tell me. Let's see if I have Discord.
Oh, I'm so glad I got that password in the first try. It's typing on an iPad.
Oh yeah.
The difference between phone and keyboard is just enough. That's actually the Bluetooth keyboard you use for this.
Yeah.
I bought for my iPad.
Tell me what our Discord name is so they can send.
Storms and Stories. Yeah, Storms and Stories.
All right. Just Storms and Stories. There's no hashtag numbers or all that crap.
It should be just Storms and Stories.
Like this?
Yeah.
On Discord. School scarcely teaches anything meaningful for creative writing. That's true. In fact, I feel that way even about four-year universities and creative. Yeah, you can post in suggestions. That's fine.
Yep, that's exactly what that server is there for. I actually figured out on Discord, whenever you open up specific servers and channels, at the very top, if you write a description, it'll be up there.
Huh.
I learned that building the Storms and Stories server. Just be sure to pop into the welcome and rules and give that a quick read. It's pretty basic stuff, but I'd like everybody that joins the server to read it. I took time to write it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, what I was saying was even four-year universities. I went to liberal arts school.
Did you?
I went to Savannah College of Art and Design.
Oh yeah. I couldn't remember the school.
Yeah, Savannah College of Art and Design. I did a game design bachelor's degree, which is fun. I enjoy doing it kind of as another side project.
Mm-hmm. The amount of side projects between the two of us is astounding.
But there is, even like I said, even in the creative writing courses, they're not great, right? So
yeah, no, I remember I took a creative writing elective in school, and honestly, what was the point? All it was here, write these little stories and I'm going to grade them. We're going to talk about them a tiny bit, but there's no actual, let me help you and learn to write.
yeah, in fact, I told Kristen the only meaningful feedback I ever got from a English professor or writing professor was to improve my dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I will tell you. I always forget, but I added them directly to my Kindle so I could read it. That way I would never lose it, right? So the book is called The Cherry Blossom or Cherry Orchard. It's by Anton Chekhov. My teacher, my professor, whatever you want to call him, said it was play, and it is more play-like, but it helps with writing more realistic, natural dialogue.
Was it kind of like reading Shakespeare?
No, because it's realistic and natural.
I just meant the play part.
Oh, yeah, kind of like reading. Yeah, if you've ever read a script. Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm not that dense.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm not even that high right now.
Fair enough.
Not like last stream where we were going so long, but I saw myself on the screen, and I was like, damn, I look like I'm about to pass out. I was sitting there like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I was struggling.
I'm going to go ahead and pull over to the other screen.
Okay.
Put us in the small camera.
Oh, it worked.
I need F11.
So, we are in the process of picking this new book, or our next book. we are just going to throw them on this wheel. And, oh, hey, your thingy works.
Oh, nice. Bobicus follow. Appreciate the follow, Bobicus.
Sorry, we're excited watching the things on the overlay work. This is only our second time having the overlay.
It's the only the first time I fixed it.
Yes, and now the overlay is actually doing things that we want it to do, and we're excited when we see the things pop up. See the latest followers updated?
Yeah.
Boom, let's go.
But you know what? I think interactivity, right? The engagement, followers, whatever. Like being excited about it is what makes. I mean, that's what streamers do. First of all. But for us, it's not about the engagement to the stream. It's more about like this is somebody that's interested in the thing we're trying to do. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna put what we have 8 books.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull them up out of your text messages.
Oh no! I thought you would have been prepared.
No, because I wanted to do it on screen with everybody.
Yeah, but no, I thought you would have had a list already. You know how often we text, dude?
Just search. No, you can't do that because you have a crappy iPhone.
I want to get rid of the shitty iPhone, okay?
Here, let me just do this. Go.
If I find it first, I swear I'll be so happy.
Search.
Boom, got it.
The Mist.
I already have it.
Okay.
I already have it.
So what's the first book on the list then?
The Mist.
The Mist by Stephen King. So we kind of talked about it for a second. We don't. I've never read Stephen King, sorry, I've never read The Mist. I've read some Stephen King.
Keep talking. Finish your thought.
You said you have never read The Mist, but we've both watched the movie.
Mm-hmm. The movie's excellent.
I really enjoyed the movie.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, improved dialogue, which is what they do, right?
Cool. How do I improve this dialogue? Telling somebody, hey, improve your dialogue is not that helpful. Giving examples of what to do or what to read or look at to help you improve your dialogue is good.
Yeah, honestly, I want to make a kind of a comparison real quick. Have you guys, there's a web novel called Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Have you read that at all? I know you haven't.
Nope. I'm too busy writing dope-ass D&D campaign for you.
Yeah. While we're waiting, what's our next book?
Mistborn.
Okay, that's by Brandon Sanderson. Mm-hmm. What do I know about Mistborn? Absolutely nothing.
You know, I don't think I've ever read a Brandon Sanderson book.
I haven't either, and I have 2
or 3, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have some diehard coworkers that are diehard Sanderson fans. In fact, one of them went to a Sanderson convention in the middle of the country somewhere. And I was like, look, I like fantasy books. Like everybody's saying, Sanderson is one of the best fantasy writers of our time.
All I've heard is that.
So what do I want to read first? Because I don't think I have the capacity to get into the newer one, I can't remember, the Fist of the Kingdom or something.
I don't know.
It's 1,000 pages long.
Well,
I need something a
it's
little bit.
It's like me wanting to read more Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
Reading all of Discworld, that's a haul.
Yeah.
So many books.
Exactly. Well, no, exactly. I'm obsessed with Dropout. Formerly College Humor, and they make reference to Discworld a lot.
Well, because Discworld was a huge addition to the world of fantasy. Because Terry Pratchett did things that were just wild.
Yeah.
I mean, Terry Pratchett is so influential. The sword that the character Allura in our D&D campaign has right now is completely based on the sword that Terry Pratchett forged for himself with meteorite ore as part of the metal when he was knighted. Mm-hmm. And I love that so much. That's why the description of the sword is what Terry Pratchett's sword actually looks like.
Yeah.
Terry Pratchett is amazing. I watch The Hogfather every year.
Really?
Every Christmas, Hogfather time. I love Terry Pratchett, man.
Yeah. Lotus, you didn't, you weren't far off. I guess there's quite a bit that happens after that, but you have read enough to understand the comparison I want to make. The main character in this, he's a webtoon reader, manga reader, and he talks about how he's not a writer, but he has a level of appreciation for like the written material that only a reader can enjoy, right?
Yes.
And like an understanding that only a reader can have. And I feel like in a lot of ways that is us, right? We don't write novelization, we don't write short stories a whole lot. Like we do some, but we're not writers, right? We're readers.
I am meeting with somebody to go over art for either like an American-made manga, a graphic novel. It could even be a web comic for my fantasy novel. Instead of doing it as a novel, doing it more comic.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you love anime too much. Watch a lot of that.
It's a completely different style of storytelling, I'll tell you that.
Yes, it is. Are you ready for book 3?
Yeah, book 3.
Dracula. Bram Stoker.
Dracula. So, if I'm being honest, I think out of all the books on the list, this is one that I want to read really bad, but I don't know if I want it to immediately follow Carmilla.
See, I agree, but at the same time disagree, because I think reading Dracula right after Carmilla would be excellent to see all the stuff that Bram Stoker pulled from Le Fanu's work.
But my opinion is that we would have a better appreciation of it after some time away from Carmilla.
He's never read Dracula. I have.
I've never read it, no.
Dracula is one of my favorite novels. In fact, when my wife and I got our black cat, we were trying to think of names. I was trying to avoid all the normal black cat names.
Salem,
Binks. My wife suggested Quincy, because Quincy Morris is my favorite character in Dracula, and without Quincy Morris, they don't win.
Yeah. What's oh man, it just escaped me. The black cat from Sailor Moon.
Oh gosh, it's been so long since I've watched Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get Brittany to watch it.
So you have an excuse to watch it?
No, I don't need an excuse to watch Sailor Moon. Nobody needs it. Listen, I'm gonna tell everybody right here, right now. Nobody needs an excuse to watch Sailor Moon. It's just that good.
I enjoy Sailor Moon, but the problem is, I asked my daughter, what did I gave her options. Did she want to watch Sailor Moon? Did she want to watch Sailor Moon Crystal? Did she want to start at the beginning or with the remake, right? And she said, let's start at the beginning with the original Sailor Moon, in like fine, but the pacing is early, late 90s, early 2000s anime pacing.
Yep.
So
at least your kid has good taste.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's watched, oh no. Sakura, or Sakura, Cardcaptor Sakura.
Oh,
She watched
okay.
that by herself. Fantastic for like young children.
I wouldn't know.
So Dracula, we know about Dracula. We know Dracula is, what many people assume to be like the earliest vampire novelization.
I don't think people,
I think
non-readers,
people
yes, but like in the reading community, I wouldn't say people would assume it to be that, because Carmilla is still somewhat known. I think it's the more assumption that I would say is correct is that it is the quintessential vampire novel.
It's certainly that, yeah. Everybody knows Dracula, right?
Everybody.
You can't spit without seeing some rendition of Dracula.
I mean, I have. Did I tell you that the print that I bought? That's actually the official cover art for like the 125th anniversary of the book.
Oh, I might have that.
Maybe. I learned that. The woman that does that actually does like actual covers, and that is that's just the print of the actual cover of the novel.
Nice.
Still so dope. I love that print with all my heart.
Do you guys, Lotus or Babacus, do you guys have a suggestion to add to the wheel?
Yes. Oh. We have a full list, but I will take a thing or two out to have more suggestions from the wider world.
Yeah.
Plus, it's an excuse to go to the bookstore if I don't own it.
All true. Always true.
Because some of the books on this list I already own. Some of them I've already read. Some not.
Oh, yeah. I have some that I own on here as well. I own Mistborn. I haven't read it yet.
I don't own Mistborn.
I own one of the other ones that we haven't said yet. While you guys are thinking about it, I'm just going to go ahead and move on to book 4.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, also Oh, there's a novelization of that one? Okay, so I've heard of this book. It's I've heard it's an anime now. But I haven't watched. But hearing that there's a novelization, I enjoy novelizations. It's a series about books, so it's the best read. I 100% agree.
Okay, so we're going to finish getting Jurassic Park on there, then we're going to put this on there.
Yeah.
Michael Crichton.
Thank you, because I was going to forget again.
For those of you that have... I'm going to talk about Jurassic Park real quick, since that's what we've been doing with everything. The film, excellent film. It is, to this day, my favorite film of all time. It's the first thing I ever saw in theaters. I fell asleep shortly after the iconic T-Rex chase scene, but you know, it was in theaters, so I was a very wee lad. And the book is definitely high up there on my favorite books of all time. The only thing I ever want in my life before I die is for somebody to take the book and make it a movie.
Is it that different?
It would be a horror film. It would not be
an adventure movie.
It would be a straight up horror film.
Interesting.
That's why this new Jurassic World that's coming out, because a lot of Jurassic Park fans were really disappointed with Jurassic World.
Yeah, because it turned it into an attraction, right?
Like the first film was fine. It was pretty much a rehash of Jurassic Park. That's okay. And it just got more and more way out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of Jurassic Park fans are now really excited because the new Jurassic World film has an R rating.
Appreciate that, Lotus. I mean, we're just here to have a good time, you know, not for a long time, but for a good time.
See, this is actually why we like doing this, because the only difference between what you guys are seeing and how we actually are is that we have a camera on.
Yeah.
Like, my wife regularly says that if, you know, we're all hanging out, she'll just tune us out sometimes because we just, they don't know this.
Okay.
We have been best friends for 20 years.
Yeah, it'll be, officially 20 years in
a couple
August.
months.
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
So that's why we have such good energy. We've been best friends for a huge chunk of our lives.
More than half of it.
Yeah, because I mean, I just turned 37, so 20 years is a lot.
Yep, and I'll be 34 in a month.
Yeah. I gotta get you something for your birthday now.
Yeah. I put you on the guilt trip, huh?
You did, man. You fucking did. Apparently, I've never bought this man a birthday present in 20 years, and he has multiple times. And he just went on vacation to the Florida Keys.
Yeah.
And came back with a birthday present for me.
I did.
But I will say, these hats I bought for us while you were gone.
Fair enough.
So, but it doesn't count. I gotta make. He bought me a beautiful copy of The Count of Monte Cristo, which is easily one of my all-time favorite novels. One of the best revenge stories ever written. Very different from the film. Every film that's adapted it. The best one being the one with who played Jesus?
It's so funny. I do this every time. It's Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh no,
because he really fell off there.
Jim Caviezel.
Yeah, Jim Caviezel.
Well, because he did a television series for like 8 years.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was.
Just got some seltzer in my mustache.
I don't remember what the name of the show was, but basically, there's a super genius who makes a computer program that is basically AI, and it's very like 1984.
Okay.
The computer program is intended to help society.
Never does.
And if the creator had his way, it would have been, right?
Skynet, man. Skynet.
But then, somehow some hacker got a hold of his program and set it loose in the world. It was a bad deal. So,
Bad deal.
Okay, so I don't know how to spell this word.
I'll be right back. You continue with that one.
A bookworm. Kazuki. I have seen this one. It's actually on my watch list.
I don't think that one's on my watch list.
Anything like literary in any way just draws me in. I've watched the Followers, which was a TV show about a cult that was inspired by Edgar Allan Poe.
With Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
It's The Following.
Following,
Get your
okay.
shit right. Third season that sucked though.
Yeah, it did. It was bad.
Well, when they went away from what was his name? The serial killer.
Yeah, look, you're asking me to remember things.
When they went away from like
The main.
just like a big beef between he and Kevin Bacon, and like added in like other weirdness, not even supernatural anyway, just like other culty weirdness that didn't have to do with him and his following.
Yeah.
That's when it just nosedived because it became a completely different thing.
Yeah, no, it's true. They do that when they they lose their way, right?
The first two seasons of that show I love, especially the first season. It caught me immediately. I watched it so long ago.
Yeah. What's
loved
I keep telling you to watch this anime. It's Atsuji is the name of the main character. He's a
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna think about this.
He'll text me in like 6 hours.
Yeah, or I'll just Google it here in a second. That's why we have the internet at our fingertips.
Well, let's move on. That's not as important as us picking our next book because I need to know what we're reading.
I mean, that's fair.
Next is Slewfoot. I do not remember the author. Let me look it up.
I think I added it in there, didn't I? In a later text.
I'm not looking for all that.
Oh, I wonder if I had you find the text messages, and I have it right here.
Just tell me the author.
Let's see.
It's killing me.
Dogs.
Oh, by Brom. B-R-O-M. Just Brom.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Slewfoot. I've never read this.
Mm-hmm.
You've never read this. The only thing I know about it is it's kind of like got a little bit of like a folk horror vibe,
Yeah.
and I like that. And you know I like anything witchy. I mean, obviously, the wall behind me with the witches, and I have more witch pictures hanging up. I have a freaking broom, like a witch broom and bats and shit tattooed on me. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, will you stop messing with settings?
No, this is all part of the stream.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Everyone can see what you're doing. Next we have Vicious by V.E. Schwab. That is a personal recommendation from you.
Yeah. So I picked up something else by V.E. Schwab, and this was on the TikTok. This is supposed to be a fantasy, like a modern fantasy thriller.
Okay.
I only know what's on the back of the book, and even then I stop reading so I don't ruin anything for myself, right? I'll like read a little bit to see if that sounds like something I'm interested
We
in.
talked about that, like picking up each of our copies of Carmilla. Mine, like my little book description on the back, is much better than yours.
Yeah.
Because mine just reads like this is gonna be a fucking mystery, especially if they left like the last paragraph
Yeah.
out where it talks about vampires and stuff. My book would have been I would have read those first couple sentences and be like, I am taking this home. It was such a good like way to ensnare somebody into a book.
Yeah. So I don't know a ton about V. Schwab as an individual, as an author, but I know that I own 3 of their books, and I wouldn't have bought them if they didn't sound interesting. But I'll say that I did the same thing with Alexi Blake.
Okay.
They write the Atlas trilogy, so the Atlas 6.
Oh yeah.
I told you about these
Yeah.
before.
I remember this.
The first book was really good, keeps you on your toes. The second book was still really good, but by the end of it, you're like, or like by about the halfway point, you're like, why are we still talking about this same kind of thing, right? And I never got to start reading the third book yet. So I'm worried that we're gonna, like any of these really popular, like viral books, right? A lot of times they can be really good or they can be really bad,
Yeah.
right? But I have a high faith because the synopsis of this one sounded really interesting.
Okay. All right, now.
What are we at? This is number 8.
Yep. So we have 2 books to pick from for our number 8 slot. We have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, or Alice in Wonderland.
I think we let chat decide.
I agree.
So let's see. Can I do a poll in this? That'd be cool. I mean, we only got. Yeah.
I was going to just type the names into the
Yeah, I'll do that.
chat, silly.
So we want
One Dark Window.
One Dark Window, which is another TikTok one, I think, but I didn't know about that from TikTok.
Okay. The Rachel Gillig.
Or
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. And if I have to say, one of the reasons why I put Alice in Wonderland in there is so I could read my fancy copy of Alice in Wonderland.
Why don't you tell them what your fancy copy is?
I have a very nice leather-bound Into a Mirror Darkly, huh?
You know, that might not be a bad idea.
So I have a really nice leather-bound, like early or late 70s, early 80s edition of Alice in Wonderland. Very nice. I'll have to see if I can't find an image of like the example.
And you can take a picture of it and post it in our Discord.
I can post it on Discord. I can also post it on the social medias if that's what gets picked. But it sounds like we're doing One Dark Window. Okay. So it sounds like we're gonna do One Dark Window on here.
One Dark Window it is.
And here's the thing.
I mean, we would dead ass have used
Into a Mirror Darkly.
Yeah, I believe the novel is Through a Mirror Darkly. The film is Into a Mirror Darkly. That's what I was looking up.
Oh,
So
do we want to just throw it on here?
We can.
You're looking it up.
Oh, it's In a Mirror, Darkly. Is that the one? In a Mirror Darkly? It's on Goodreads by. No, I don't think that's the right one. Oh no, that's a. I will never escape Supernatural. That is a Supernatural
fan fiction.
Destiel fanfic.
Nice.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Through a Mirror Darkly by Roxy Cohen. This is killing me.
I got you. As soon as I can find my function key. Let's see. Into a Mirror Darkly.
When I search up that, I get the Star Trek episode.
Yeah. Let's do book. Through a Glass Darkly. Historical fiction.
I also have one by Kevin Lucia, Through a Mirror Darkly, a supernatural thriller collection.
Huh. We'll do some research. I don't need your... Let's see. Okay, Jeff, so...
Yeah, we're gonna put a tab in the Mirror Darkly one until we completely get it figured out. How come the thingies are different sizes?
That's okay. Let's see.
Doesn't that give... What is that?
Mist.
Oh, that gives the Mist a super advantage, right?
Close. Backspace. There we go.
Hey, you fixed it.
Okay, so we have 8 here. There's some settings in here we can play with. We can increase the slice repeat, so it repeats twice or it repeats 3 times.
Ooh, I like the slice repeat. I really do.
And then text size, which isn't really important because we need to be able to read everything.
Yeah, I gotta be able to read. That's kind of what we do here. In case you didn't know that.
Yeah, so what do you think?
Reading is kind of what we do here.
Slice repeat 2, 3, 0.
I'm good with 2. If chat wants 3, we'll do 3.
I think it just adds an extra layer of what are we actually going to get.
Yeah.
You know? Have you ever seen those like TikToks where the thing is spinning? But they're like, oh, who am I going to beat today or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's like building their favorite, I don't know, final, like DBZ character or something.
Yeah, I like having it repeat. More chances.
Yeah, it's an interesting...
Keeps my anxiety. I've had anxiety since we finished Carmilla because I'm like, I just need to know when I'm going to start reading.
Yeah.
The anxiety is ready to be relieved today.
Awesome. I think we'll just go with 2. It doesn't sound like, I don't know, if Babakis or Lotus have an opinion really on this one.
There could be some delay still, you know.
Yeah. I'm in no hurry.
No. No. Like, what's the worst I'm about to do? Actually, get up and get a drink because my lovely, lovely beverage is almost gone.
You know, I think it would be cool is
grow
to
up.
build our own animation of a Wheel of Doom.
Look, man, you already said that you wanted to build our own overlay.
I know, but I kind of like our overlay the way it is right now.
I do, but you know, I still like the idea of having us like a dope 8-bit, or it'd be like 16 or 32-bit technically, but you know, 8-bit like personal overlay.
Yeah, something that we made.
No, this
Or
one works
was
for
made.
now. Let's go ahead and spin this wheel.
Sure.
I can't wait much longer. I need to know.
The anxiety.
I need to know.
All right, do you want to do the honors?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I can just reach over and grab the mouse, you know.
Oh, you can reach around.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
The wheel is spinning.
What are we getting?
Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Ascendance of a Bookworm. All right, we need to go to the bookstores.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Because we got to get it before Wednesday. Ascendance
Let's see.
of a Bookworm. I need to type in novelization. That's important.
Let's see if we can get it. I wonder how many. Now I'm gonna figure out how many volumes there are. The light novel on Wiki.
It's on Goodreads. Let's see, volume 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
There's 3 volumes in part 1.
Okay.
There's 4 volumes in part 2. 5 and 3.
There are at least 30 volumes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, what we probably will do is, well, let's see. How large is the light novel?
Like how many pages?
Yeah,
Print length?
33, no, 296 pages. Yeah, let's do just book 1.
Yeah.
And we can get it digitally from J Novel Club. He was just telling me you can get it digitally. That's not it. J Novel Club sells a digital edition for part 1. I don't know anything about 699 coins, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get our copies.
I'm gonna switch back over to our other scene. No, I appreciate the.
Yeah, I have
suggestion,
no idea
Lois.
what this is about.
I mean, it's a book about books.
So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. You know, it wouldn't be the
30
first.
volume. What are you doing? You're
I'm
breaking my
moving
brain,
stuff
man.
around.
I
You
keep
gotta
telling you to
relax.
stop doing stuff.
You gotta relax.
You're doing too many things, and my brain's like, what is happening?
We'll have fewer brains. I don't know if that's possible, honestly.
Because it was just fine the way it was.
It
and
wasn't
you
fine
changed
to
it.
me. Okay, listen, it's fine now.
Jesus. I truly think that he lives to give me anxiety because I can say shit to him. And every once in a while I get under his skin. But this man comes over here, walks in my door, and starts pushing my buttons. Immediately.
Well,
Jeez.
Bungo Stray Dogs, by the way, is the other one that's like the anime about.
You know what's really bad?
Huh.
My only thought when you were trying to remember it was actually Bungo Stray Dogs, so
And
I
you just
could have
didn't-
said
you
it and
didn't say
fixed
it? That's fine. Lotus, what do you think? Have you read much
Do you need
of?
something to drink, my friend?
No, I'm good. I appreciate it. Have you read much of Ascendance of a Bookworm? It won't be my first time reading a series that has 30 books in it. All the way into part 5. So go ahead and tell me out of what's your rating so far? Are we thinking like 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10? Inspiring. Oh, interesting. Do you like to read also, or to write also, Lotus?
I'm sorry I was gone so long.
Lotus says, Ascendance of a Bookworm, he's in part 5 now, and he gives it an inspiring out of 10.
Is that good or bad?
Well, I think it's inspired him.
Oh, inspiring.
Yeah.
I thought you said aspiring. I was like, that doesn't sound good.
Oh, no. Inspiring. Working on your own novel, too? You found I think you probably found our Discord. If you haven't, but if you're interested in, having somebody read it, we'll put it on our list, and maybe we'll do that as like I don't know, if you're working on a whole novel, you're probably not ready to let somebody read part of that yet, but we're always up for it.
Yeah, we got some stuff from Bobacus in here.
Oh, nice.
I'm excited to read that. Oh, and man, it's so much better now because my Discord is on my iPad instead of my phone for Storms and Stories, so
yeah,
big reading screen.
You know what I gotta tell you though?
Oh no.
Is reading like these stories is gonna make me want to start writing again. Something I didn't put on here because I just finished reading it recently was the Nevernight Chronicles by Jay Kristoff. I think you would really enjoy it, but it's a kind of a dark fantasy. Really, it's a dark, low fantasy.
I mean, if you really want to start writing again, because I actually have 2 people to talk to about art for my story, you can jump on board, dog. Dialogue would be a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for, like I said before, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, so.
We work on most projects together, like, your game you're making. I'm doing a lot of the lore and monster creation for that.
Yeah, it's because I don't have time to do it all by myself.
I know. That, and you're literally basing it in a world that I created.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, yeah, basically. Well, only because the character.
Yeah, is your D&D character from the world I created.
Yeah. Oh, man. That session was a doozy.
Which one? This last one?
Yeah.
We're coming to the end of our second D&D campaign. Been playing since this group has been together since 2020. The first campaign was pre-written. It was Curse of Strahd. This one is in a world I made. And we're coming to the end. We have like 1 or 2 sessions left.
Yeah, I don't know if
sad.
It is going to be sad. You know what's going to be the most sad? It's just going to be not playing Copian anymore.
Yeah, you've grown very attached to Copian.
Yeah.
But that's why we're working on the game.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it anymore. I almost cried when I was like thanking everybody for being such great players. Like,
yeah, you made it sound like a eulogy though.
Bro, man, like I was getting sad. I was thinking about like how you've complimented my DMing and how everybody just has fun every time. I don't have to yell at anybody because everybody's just not trying to be disruptive.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So that's what we're doing. We're reading Ascendance of a Bookworm. Lotus, I guess you're gonna have the leg up, and I don't imagine you're gonna start over from book 1 if you're in part 5. But,
oh man.
But by all means, come back and check out the stream next time.
It'll be
Wednesday.
Yep, I'll pull up the date. Sorry. I usually have this stuff ready.
Oh, you've read book 1 multiple times, so you already know what we're going to get into.
So, I mean, then you could definitely reread along, or just remember specific things from specific chapters.
Yeah, what we've done with Carmilla was kind of go step by step through the chapters. Over time, I think, depending on how dense of a read it is, I mean, 300 pages is a good read, right? Like,
yeah.
That's a good, decent read, but I don't know if the best path on like a full novel is to do like, okay, in chapter 1, this, and this happened.
Yeah, no, but like we're still gonna
Go.
I was just saying that because of we're still having, this is how many chapters we're reading this week.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, we'll post our chapter read. Well, we have to get the book, and then we'll figure out how much we're gonna read. We'll post on Twitter and Blue Sky.
Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram. TikTok, in the Discord.
Yeah, TikTok's the one we'll have to figure out how we want to roll that out.
Let's make a video.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Oh, that's a whole nother way we're posting a whole nother video on TikTok every week. Is the freaking chapter announcement.
Yeah.
Jeez, see, this is how much we don't know what we're doing with all this. We're getting there.
Oh, I've been posting what we're reading though every week.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. I've just been doing text only.
Yes.
So I don't have to script it.
Yeah, well, I don't script shit.
Well,
I'm off the cuff all the time, baby.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm not always ready to be in front of a camera. It takes a lot of effort to get this pretty.
That's because first of all, if you're not ready to be in front of the camera, you said it takes a lot of work. Never mind.
Yeah.
See, me, I'm just camera ready at all times. Look at me. I'm adorable.
Okay.
May 7th, by the way.
Yeah.
Wednesday, May 7th.
Same time, same bat time, same bat place.
Yes.
11 p.m. Eastern time.
We will not be streaming Friday the 16th.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that already.
Well, just putting that out there.
Actually, we could.
I mean, we could. We wouldn't have this nice setup, and we may or may not be in a hot tub.
Yeah.
But we could.
We could do vertical stream from the...
I mean, if you want.
We'll figure that out.
The wives would murder us.
Yeah.
We could.
It totally could happen.
I'm imagining, because since I'm being so loud right now, Brittany's just in the next room. She's probably hearing me say that. And she's probably like, I have a literal, 20-foot pothos out of a pot right now. I can come strangle you with this plant. I can get you both in one go.
No.
Jeez.
Awesome. Well, I think we're coming up to that time.
Yeah, I think so.
This one was always going to be a little bit shorter, but it ended up being longer than we expected.
Which is great. I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I love that.
Lotus and Babacus.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
This was fun. We enjoy the interaction.
Greatly appreciate the engagement. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we're just up here yapping at each other at the end of the day. But yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to get into this next book. I hope people are reading along with us, because that'll be super fun.
Yeah. It's a really big departure from Carmilla, though, right?
Oh, yeah. That's kind of why I was hoping for, Dracula.
Yeah.
Because then it would be such a big departure. Now I'm about to be like, whoa.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't even mean for us. I mean for, people listening just specifically to the podcast version.
Everybody.
But I think it'll be good. We said from the beginning it was going to be something different every time.
Yeah. Just our whole thing is, hi, we're Storms and Stories. Two friends that like to read books, and sometimes it's not even about that, because we talk about so much other shit.
Yeah.
Anime and movies, food, telling Jordan he knows how to cook even though he says he doesn't.
Yeah, I learned what a salt cellar was.
That was in our very first stream.
I'm still not convinced that you're saying that right. Is it selling you salt? I don't understand.
Cellar, like C-E-L-L-E-R, like a cellar.
Okay, well, first of all, that's C-E-L-L-A-R.
You know what I fucking meant.
And second of all, Why don't they just call it a salt bowl?
I don't know. I didn't fucking create salt cellars, okay?
All right.
Get off my nuts, man.
Thanks everybody for
Thank you,
coming out,
guys.
and we'll catch you all the next